Hi guys, I'm Diane of Dianne's Crochet, and I really wanted to hurry up and get this video out because I have a couple of Afghans got to get off to some twins that were born in our family, and I wanted to show those before I got them off. I watch so many of y'all's podcasts. I just love them. Rochelle at Queen's Yarn Boutique, she is my first, and when I found her, I binge watched her. And I watched Lisa at Happy to Hook, Hannah down at Crochet Cottage. And then I recently found Terry at Yarn Joy. Just love Terry. I've binge watched all of hers. And I'd like to say hi to all of you. And welcome to my channel. Now mine won't be very often because I'm mostly an Afghan. Afghans and baby Afghans is mainly what I do. I've done a little bit of amigurumi and a few other household things. And I've made some of my own patterns, which I might make tutorials for. But I wanted to quickly show you some of my projects I've gotten done. I'll show you what I put in the fair last year first. And the one I won Grand Champion for. My grandson's. It's big, so I can't show you the whole thing. But, this was my grandson's. See, I did the edging with all the colors. But this is my grandson's tractor Afghan. And it is big. But I actually won Grand Champion for that one. And I had this one in as my baby Afghan. And I got a blue ribbon for it too. That's my small, kind of go-to quick baby Afghan. On the other thing was this one. Now I did this one for my youngest son's parents-to-be-in-law. Now this pattern, I bought the book at Walmart, but this was supposed to be white, and this was supposed to be pink. This was supposed to be a baby Afghan. Well, I changed it, made it bigger, added puff rounds, just made it all bigger. And I want a blue ribbon on that one too. This one I made a long time ago. I was trying to make up some new flowers. I was just experimenting, and I made this one. In the end, I wasn't real crazy about the flowers. It's done. And then the one we're going to put in the fair this year, I'm going to have to back up for this one. This is going to be the one, my main Afghan for the fair this year. And it is big. It's on the top. There it is. I just learned corner to corner, and I'm nuts about it. But, see if I'm getting it all in there. And then I did this around the edgings, both sides. And this is for my daughter-in-law. So I put the crosses in the corner. She's going to love that. I'm not completely done with this. I've got to block it. So I haven't put the last, I need to block it before I put the last row or two around it. There was a reason I did that Afghan. Her mother, before she passed, gave me this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, sparkly blue yarn. She had bought about 6 or 7 skeins of it. I don't think you can quite see the sparkles. It's just beautiful. And she gave it to me because she had years ago wanted to learn to crochet. She didn't pick it up, and it just sat there. And one day I was over there visiting with the baby, and my first granddaughter, and she gave it to me. So when she passed, I thought, I'll make an Afghan out of that for my daughter-in-law, and because it was her mom's yarn. Her mom picked out this beautiful color. You really can't see how pretty it is. It's just so sparkly. They don't make this yarn anymore. It was called Dazzle. It was bought at Kmart a long time ago. But anyway, recently, I had not finished it yet. This was what I was going to do for her. Now I actually made two different kinds of squares, and I was going to put, you know, a granny and then the solid granny, right? And alternate them. Well, I changed my mind when I learned the corner to corner, and I made her that with the real pretty sparkly blue in it. So she only had one sibling, her sister Kim, and I'm going to make the flower afghan for Kim, so she's got some of her mom's yarn too. Now the afghans I wanted to show you before they went to the babies. I made two of these. I was crocheting along with that, I forget her name now. She was having a crochet along, and she was doing videos of this. Now, I put a ruffle around it. Oops, I got the wrong side show. I put a ruffle around it. And then I put a little ruffly just on the inside. But she was doing this crochet along. They're pretty big baby afghans. I don't normally make my baby afghans this big, but the baby mini. So, I made a lavender one and a pink one for the twins. And because they're twin girls, I got one more actually. And I went ahead and made another one because that's what I wanted to put in the fair for my baby afghan this year. Well, I didn't put the ruffle on it this time. I wanted to do it a little bit fancier because it was going in the fair. The ones with the ruffles are for the twins, and this is the one for the fair this year. See, I got much fancier with the edging instead of just doing the plain old ruffle. But yeah, my baby afghan for the fair is done. I'm going to ask my daughter-in-law about putting the one with the birds and the crosses in the corners. That's going to be my afghan for the fair. Last year was my very first time to enter the fair. And I got 3 blue ribbons and a Grand Champion. My family had been after me for years to put my stuff in. And I never did. I never got around to it. I just didn't mess with it. Well, yes, last year I finally did it. And I won 3 blue ribbons and the Grand Champion, which I was totally shocked and happy. So my afghan and my baby afghan for the fair this year is done. But I really wanted to get those out and make a quick video to show you before I gave the babies their afghans. I need to get those over to them. They're doing really good. When she was pregnant with the twins, they told her baby B something was wrong with the umbilical cord. They were connected somehow, and that baby B was killing baby A. And I think they wanted to take baby B out. Well, they didn't do that. And they said, well, baby B is going to kill baby A, and they're both going to die. Well, they didn't. And they're both doing really good. I'm sure they're still small. I need to call my cousin and see how they're doing right now, but I've seen pictures. She's posted some pictures. So I got to get the baby's afghans over to them. And I wanted to make a video before I took the afghans over. And anyway, that's my done projects. Now, I've made a few shawls lately. I forget which pattern this one was. But I believe that's the Spirit Mandala. These are for my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. And then Mikey's, I think it's called Fluffy Meringue, which I thought was just beautiful. Now, this one, I think actually I may need to buy another one because I don't think it's quite big enough. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. Because see, it's not very long. But these are for my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. So I wanted to get those filmed so I could show you before they were gone. Now, I'm going to give my daughter-in-law, she's actually my ex-daughter-in-law now, terrible shame, but give her Afghan, but I know she'll let me have it back for the week of the fair so I can enter it, the one with the doves. So, that's the baby Afghan one that doesn't have the ruffle on it. That's going to be my Afghans for the fair this year. That's mainly what I do, so I won't be making videos every week. Maybe every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. But I've got my thumb kind of in a mess right now. I don't know if you can tell how popped up that is, but it's a pretty bad mess. It's doing a little better because I started drinking just a little bit of wine every night for my cholesterol. Some doctors really want me to go on cholesterol medicine, and I know that stuff's really not good for you. It's actually bad for your heart. Well, I started drinking my wine every night, drinking a little bit, and next thing I know, this isn't hurting as bad as it was. It's still bothering me, and I got an appointment to see the doctor. My sister had to have the trigger finger surgery already done on hers, and she doesn't crochet like I do. So I may need to go ahead and get that little operation done and see if that helps. But for some reason, drinking my little bit of wine that I was doing for my cholesterol has helped with my thumb pain. It's not hurting nearly as bad as it was. Anyway, I want to say hi to all you guys. I just love you. I love watching y'all's podcasts while I'm working. It's like I have a crochet buddy with me right there while I'm working. A little bit about me. I'm Diane. I live in Kentucky. I have 8 grandchildren, and it's all about the grandchildren now. So I've got an Afghan I'm making for my youngest grandson right now. I can't get it right now. It's corner to corner, and it's connected to all kinds of stuff. But I have 2 baby blankets done, and I have them put together. And I thought I was going to put this one in the fair. See, I do my teddy bear, and I will do 5 of each teddy bear. And then I will take each of those colors and go around each with each of the colors. So that's just 3 of the mints. There's the peach and the pink and the mint, in the mint. Then, of course, there'll be 5 that's surrounded with that peach, surrounded with the peach, but all the bears be the different colors. And it's a really colorful, pretty baby Afghan. I'm thinking I might need to go ahead and go around these a little bit more. They're not very big. Normally I do small baby Afghans so that they can throw them over them and carry them easily, which is what my daughter-in-law did with my granddaughter. This was the Afghan I made her when she was born, and she would wrap her in it before they'd go out the door or throw it over her car seat. See, there's another one. That's the pink with mint. There's the lavender with the pink. But there's 5 colors. I surround them. I do 5 of each color, and then I've done 5 of each bear, and I switch it all up, and it makes a real pretty colorful Afghan. Now this one, this is when I very first learned corner to corner. And I thought, that'll make a cute baby Afghan, and I'll just call it Candy Stripes, right? So I've got all the baby colors, the pink, the mint, the peach, the blue, and I realized I was missing a color. I need the soft yellow, but that's all the colors. So that one's done. just needs to be either whip stitched together or crocheted together. I've got my own little stitch that I do to crochet them together. You've seen it on, hold on, wait a minute, it's down here. Well, anyway, the one I won Grand Champion with last year, and this one, that's my little quick crochet together. That's almost looks like a little braid or something there, but I just made that up years ago. So that's 2 baby Afghans that are done. Just need to go together. And I'm not in a rush. They're going to be just a giveaway. And of course, I got to get this together, because when I do give my daughter-in-law her flowers and doves Afghan, I got to give her sister hers too. So I got to get that whipped together and crocheted around. But anyway, like I said, I'm got great 8 grandkids. So right now, I got a new step grandchild. Probably get ready to come in the family. He's an adorable little boy. He's half African American. He's just so cute as he can be. So my 3 youngest, who came quickly one right after the other unexpectedly, I'm doing my youngest grandsons, and come find out Bentley loves Spider-Man too. I'm doing a Spider-Man corner to corner. So I would have brought the Spider-Man over to show you, but I've got balls connected to it, and then I've got the clips of yarn on it. I couldn't bring it over here right now, but I might have to make 2, because Bentley loves Spider-Man too. And then I'm going to do my 2 youngest granddaughters, 4 and 6. And I think I'm going to do the youngest Hello Kitty, and because I made them each a Hello Kitty and amigurumi, and they loved it. And then I'm probably going to do Elsa from Frozen, because for the 6-year-old, because she just, well, they all love Frozen. So that's me. I'll see how this goes, see if anybody even likes it, and I might make some more. Like I said, mine's mainly Afghans. If you love Afghans and you love baby Afghans, I do other things occasionally. And if I do, then I'll show you my progress on them. And I can show you my progress on my Afghans as I'm going, or which Afghans I'm working on. But otherwise, it won't be real often, because I just get on and show you my progress. But Terry, I've got to show you something. When you showed this Afghan, I had to order it. I ordered it. I was so tickled when it came, because when you talked about it being a go-to Afghan and you've made it like 4 times now, I was like, it is really, really pretty. So I ordered it off of Mary Maxon. I'm thinking about like changing colors up on it. The first time I make it, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I ordered it in the, should I have my glasses on? Plum Perfect. Isn't that beautiful purple? And this Karen Simply Soft. It's so shiny. So shiny, so soft. So I crochet tight. That's probably one of the reasons for my thumb problem right now. So I don't know if 6 skeins are going to be enough for me. I'm sure I can find some more of this color. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably just go ahead and do this first one solid, and then if I need more, you know, I'll go to Joann's or wherever, Michael's, Joann's or Michael's or wherever, and buy some more, the Plum Perfect. But just, that's it, I guess, and I'll see what kind of feedback I get, anybody likes seeing all the Afghans I do, and my baby Afghans that I do. Like I said, I got to get my teddy bear one together. It's really cute, and they're just that little corner to corner. That was my very first corner to corner. I just learned it, and of course, right now I'm nuts about doing the corner to corner pictures. I just love it. And I guess I should answer a couple of questions. I know I should have wrote those down. I've been crocheting since I was around 11, give or take. My mom bought me one of those little books that used to be right there by the grocery counter. When you were checking out, they were 39 cents. I remember that. So she got me one of those. She also got me this little round loom, and it had a plastic hook in it. So I'm trying to learn to crochet. My cousin, who's my age, we were close, and she was taking a class at school. Her school had a class. So she was learning some things. One of the first things she learned was how to do a toboggan, or beanie, they call it now. So when she would learn something new, she would come over and show me. And when I'd learn something, I'd show her. My Aunt Paula, oh, I should have brought that over here. I've still got one. About that time, my Aunt Paula showed me how to do a granny square. So I did a lot of granny squares. My very first Afghan, which I still have, was a granny square. That Christmas, that's what I asked Mom for. My main gift was enough yarn to do an Afghan, and I did a big granny square. My cousin learned how to do a ripple, and that's what I was really wanting to do at the time, but I didn't get to see her, so I finally did a granny because like I said, my aunt showed me how to do a granny, and I made like 4 different ones, and we ended up using them as bedspreads for our Barbies. I still have one of those. It's pretty old, but so I started around 11. We were showing each other stuff, and like I said, buying a little book, bought the little book, and I was experimenting with trying all the different stitches in it, and I crochet all the time. Now, I had quit for a few years because I've got a really bad neck and a lot of pain, and if you have neck pain, you know what I'm talking about. It's completely debilitating. So I had basically quit because whether you realize it or not, you try not to do it, but you do look down when you're crocheting. And I still, even though I'm finally getting help with the pain, I finally started getting help about 2 years ago. Well, a few months after that, I finally realized I could crochet again. It's helping quite a bit with the neck pain. It's not helping with the lower back pain at all. What they got me on the weakest medicine. But it does help with this. So I've been crocheting like crazy. It's probably why I'm having this thumb problem. Looks like there's something else I was going to say. But anyway, I guess that's it. Talk about me and my cousin teaching each other, and my aunt showed me the granny. But yeah, I've crocheted since I was like 11. Funny story. Before I was 11, I was walking around in our subdivision, and I found what looked like a chain. It looked like somebody had chained a chain about this long. And I picked it up, and I was fascinated. And I kept asking everybody. I carried this thing around. I was like, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do this? And it just fascinated me. So I've been fascinated with it, you know, and wanted to learn about it just as soon as I could. And I finally started learning at around 11, and I just love it. I have knitted a little. I could have brought in the couple of sweaters that I made the kids when they were in school. By the way, I have 3 grown sons. That's what I have, 3 boys. But I think raising boys, being a mother, being a girl growing up, and raising boys, it's just fascinating. I loved it. So it's probably why boys end up being mama's babies and girls end up being daddy's babies, because they grow up being a boy, and then when they have their daughter, they're just fascinated watching them grow, you know. So watching my boys grow, I just loved it. I just loved it. I wouldn't have had it any other way. So I've got 3 grown sons. the first two. Married, had kids. My oldest has most of the kids. My second son has one. My youngest is soon to be married. Can't wait. Can't wait for her to get here. She's coming here from someplace else. But I can't wait for her to be here. And anyway, I was going somewhere else before I started talking about my son. Oh, well, I guess that's it. I got it done so I can give the babies their Afghans now. I'll see what kind of feedback I get on these to see if I'll continue or not. But I'm a grandmother just like a lot of y'all. I know I was talking about my pain. Like I said, when I finally started getting some help with the neck pain, I started crocheting like crazy. I got all kinds of stuff done. My grandson's Afghan I had started years ago, and the tractor Afghan. And I finally, that's the first thing I thought. When I realized I had some help with my pain and I could do it again, I got that done first. I got his done first, and then I went ahead and entered it in the fair. My family had been after me for years. So I've done more than these Afghans. I've done some button up. I forget what her name is. She has a whole bunch of tutorials online, but she had a scarf that was, ridged, and then it would 3 buttons, and it kind of come down to a point. I did a bunch of those at Christmas time. I was going to give everybody in the family one that wanted one. I had did them in all kinds of colors. But I needed to buy the buttons because I tried to crochet the buttons. Well, the buttons needed to be about that big, and they were kind of folding up, So I used mine anyway. So this year I may go ahead and buy some buttons and see about giving those away. But yeah, I've done. And then the girls, their Hello Kitty dolls, they went nuts. They loved them. Now, I've been promising my grandson, who I'm doing the Spider-Man for right now, he wants me to do him a Mario doll. Oh, my gosh. If I knew how to do the editing and put a picture in, the biggest thing I did this year was a king-size Mario Afghan. I knew my son had a king-size bed, and I was trying to make it bigger so it would at least cover the top of his bed. Well, it's king-size. I didn't realize I had gotten it that big. So I did the little squares about so big, and I sewed them together for the Mario. And then I did the little corner-to-corner pictures of the mushroom and the star and the flower and the Goomba and all that stuff. And I sewed them down the sides. Then I did the rows of color in between Mario and the sides. I did rows of all the colors. Around it. I forget what all. If I could put the picture in, I would. It is on Pinterest. On there, I'm Carol Beck. My name's Carol Dianne. I go by Dianne. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call my channel Dianne's Crochet. But on there, I'm Carol Beck. And the Afghan, if you try to pull it up in Pinterest, it should say my king-size Afghan, or my king-size Mario Afghan. Crochet by Carol Beck. That's my king-size. That one took me about 4 or 5 months, and I really blew my thumb out on that one. And then right after that, I did the 2 corner-to-corner baby minis, because I found that lady doing the crochet along and doing the videos online. And I started those, and I made one for each one of the twins right after the Mario. Yeah, that corner-to-corner is really hard on my thumb. But I just love those Afghans. I love making pictures. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I just wanted to introduce you to me, introduce you to myself a little bit, tell you a little bit about me, and go ahead and show you the finished works that I've gotten that I need to get given away. So I'll sit back and see if y'all like this or not. Yes, I'm from Kentucky, and I will say y'all sometimes, but sometimes I'll say you guys, because a couple times early in our marriage we lived in Las Vegas, and I came home saying you guys. So sometimes it'll be y'all, sometimes it'll be you guys. But anyway, so like I said, I'll sit back and see if anybody likes these. If you want to see more of my actings as I get them done. But I will talk to you next time then. Bye.